Hello, friends, and welcome. I am Samantha of Krebs Bookkeeper Crafts, and if you're new here, I show you how I make things. Subscribe for more. Today, I am demoing our glue stick precision tip. This is a reusable plastic tip that snaps onto the 6-gram and 7-gram Elmer's glue sticks. It takes the glue from the wide stick down to a small 1/4-inch tip, making it perfect for things like basting pieces for English paper piecing and glue basting seams. To install the tip on a glue stick, we just pop the cap off, and do you see this ledge right here? When we put the tip on, it should snap all the way down to this ledge. Sometimes the fits can be a little tighter or a little bit looser. Small variances in manufacturing of both the sticks and the tips can change the fit a little bit. I find it easiest to stand my glue stick upright and press the tip down with one or both hands until it snaps into position. Then we can go ahead and twist the glue up into the tip. And I'm going to do a little bit of English paper piecing glue basting. So I squeezed up a little bit more than I intended, so I'm just gonna wipe that off and give myself just a little bit to work with for right now. So when I'm working with the tip, I only like to rotate up just a little bit. So that's enough for me to work with right now. It gives me a fine line of glue, and I like to put it just inside the edge of my paper here, and then a little bit on the piece outside, on the fabric outside, and then fold my fabric over my paper. And sometimes you can get little gobs like this little gob right here. What I'll do is I'll use the hard edge of my tip to go ahead and scrape that gob up because I don't want a gob of glue there. And then also sometimes the edge of the tip can get a little bit messy. So you see there's a little bit of glue around the edge of the tip. To clean that up, often what I will do is I will take the side of the tip and rotate it on the paper just to clean up any messy spots of glue around the edge. And then I go ahead, if there's any gobs, I go ahead and scrape them up with the edge just like I did before, and then continue glue basting. So now that I've run out of glue, I need to rotate the stick up a bit. Remember, we are shrinking the glue to about 1/3 of its original size, from about 3/4 of an inch in diameter down to 1/4 inch in diameter. While for the most part, the glue is soft, especially when it's fresh, sometimes it dries out or it gets a little bit stiff in the tip. So sometimes when you rotate it up, it makes a little gap here and it starts to push the tip off. To avoid pushing the tip entirely off the stick, it helps to rotate up in small amounts. I find about 1/4 of a turn to be the most ideal. And then after rotating it up, push the tip back down to extrude the glue. Like with putting the cap on the stick, I find it best to stand the stick upright on something like a table or a chair arm and push down with one or both hands to extrude the glue through the tip. If you push out too much, you can always swipe a little bit off. Now, when you're done working with the glue stick, you can go ahead and pop the original cap right on the tip, and it snaps right into place. To take this lid off, sometimes it might be a little bit tight, so pulling it directly off might not actually work, and you might pull the whole tip off of the glue stick. The best way to take the original cap off is to pinch at the top and tip it off, like a spray paint can lid. So, to show you again, take your knuckle, set it there, pinch, and tip, and it'll pop right off. Now, when you have finished a glue stick, like I have here, where rotating it up doesn't extrude any more glue, it's time to change out the glue stick. To take the tip off, put the lid back on because you don't want to get your hands messy. Grab the tip and make sure to rotate the tip against the actual glue stick. Sometimes some glue can get in between the tip and the glue stick and it can get stuck in place, so go ahead and rotate it to break that free. Grab the tip firmly and the stick, rotate and pull, and it'll pop right off. Now at the bottom of a glue stick, there's this plastic bit that sometimes comes out when you pull the tip off. This needs to be removed before putting the tip on a new glue stick, so use something pointy. My scissors here are perfect, but you can also use a stiletto, a tweezers, a seam ripper, a chopstick, anything that fits in this little hole here, and then you just pry it out. Go ahead and toss that out, and then this is ready to pop on a fresh new glue stick. Just like that. And you are ready to go. If you are interested in these tips, you can find them at the link in the description down below.